Yeah, it's the same animation. I was hoping we would have some kind of different color, maybe. It does look cool, though. Also, I can appreciate the glowing tip here. There we go. We got a nice close look. Okay, all right. That's a pretty cool animation. I like the drops coming off there. Let's compare that with the regular one real quick. So average pickaxe does have like a little bit of some glowing on the tip here and on the handle. It looks like there's actually more animation happening with the new one. Now it's not that easy to notice though. It's not gonna be like, oh wow, that's right in your face. But yeah, on the middle tip here, it's actually got some like green energy dropping off of it, and there's some down near the base. There's some green sparkles on the tip. Let's look at the other tools here. We got our new watering can here. Now this is cool. It puts off like a little green glow here. Puts off a little green glow. I will say this with the watering can. Do y'all agree with this? I think the water that comes out should be green instead of blue. Because, like, look, there's, like, green light glowing and there's green sparkles. Why couldn't we have just, like, a green, like, a green, like, color animation for the water? You know, I don't know. I mean, it could have done the same thing, but I just think it would look cool to have a green color here. I do like the little sparkle trail that we see when we're using this. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Let's water the squirrel. Let's water the squirrel here. Hey, don't run. No, you can't run from the Lord. Let's look at the regular watering can and compare the two. It's pretty close to this, actually. This one sparkles quite a bit. You got the yellow orb on the back. The blue light is definitely more subtle than the green light. All right, we've compared those two. Let's go ahead and look at the new shovel here. The tip is pretty sparkly here, as you can see. I like the little centerpiece. I really like the color here, too. Just this green and purple. The whole villainous vibe is pretty neat. Let's go ahead and look at the regular shovel now that we've had a good look at this one. Trying to get an upward shot here. Yeah, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Okay. Oh, the regular shovel also does actually have a central little glowing piece. So here is the fishing rod. We showed off the other tools before, but I actually had fishing bait attached to my fishing rod, so you guys weren't able to see it very well. So I'm going to show you the fishing rod over here. Let me go to a time of day where it's like a little bit sunnier so you guys can see it a little bit better. It doesn't really have like a sparkling animation like the other tools did. It does have kind of a cool glow at the end. I'll turn it to nighttime here soon, and we'll see just how much it glows. Let's compare this to the OG fishing rod real quick. All right, so original fishing rod. Okay, I'll say this. The new fishing rod definitely looks a lot better. After looking at all the other tools, I never realized how boring the fishing rod is. No wonder I don't like fishing. Even the base tools for all the other tools had like glowing or like resonating like orbs on them, like they drop like sparkling gold. This one doesn't. This one does nothing. And it's the same for the new one. Definitely the most boring out of them, but the new one at least has like that glowing green at the end. We're going to see how it looks at night real quick. Yeah, this actually, it looks like it does put off some light. The new fishing rod looks like it does put off some light. It definitely has a glow to it. I think out of all the new tools, this might be one of the biggest improvements. It's not the best looking tool by far, but the other new tools, they had like sparkling and animation, but so did the old ones. This one doesn't have any sparkling or animation, and neither does the old one, but the old one also had no glowing. It had no like little gold diamond at the base. So yeah, I think out of all the new tools, this one's probably the biggest improvement. Also, why is there glowing at my feet? What? Is this a bug? Is the fishing rod supposed to be glowing, but my feet are glowing instead? Okay, let's switch back to the regular fishing rod and see if that happens. No, there's no glowing with the OG fishing rod. This has to be unintended. This has to be an unintended bug. It has to be. This is just so beyond weird. I think it was intended for the sparkle to be part of this diamond here that's on the base of the fishing rod. But instead, my heel is glittering. I'm just going to say, if you're going to charge 3,750 moonstones for some new tool skins, maybe make sure they're working as intended, because I guarantee you this is not intended. This cannot be intended. I think it's supposed to sparkle at the base of the fishing rod where the green diamond is. I think this is where it's supposed to sparkle, right here, this spot. But instead, it's down here at my feet. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, let's look at the last item now. We're going to look at the last item. We've checked out all of the major items here. Let's look at the camera, aka the phone. So this is one thing I really liked. The new phone, now this does work as intended. Little green sparkles actually emanate from the Nefarious phone. And I love that. I love that. I think it looks so cool. It's a very small detail, which I'm glad they did, because out of all the Royal Tools, I was kind of surprised to see the phone like as a tool skin, because I'm like, okay, you're not even going to notice that. You do notice it, you know, you do kind of see it here, and I think that's pretty cool. So for the regular phone here, you got the yellow screen. There's no like, you know, glowing or like glistening light coming out of it. It's just a regular phone screen. So yeah, definitely a big improvement on the phone. Well, as big as it can be, you know, it's a really small device. So out of all the tools, I think that's about all they could do to actually like change it. So yeah, so that's what you get for that. If you have the Moonstones and you're not limited on Moonstones and you really love this Royal Tool set, then by all means, you know, pick it up. By all means. But if you are short on Moonstones, there are definitely better things you can get with your Moonstones. 100%. Like the Nightmare Castle, the ships. I would say house skins would be at the top of my list for most players. But you know, if you have enough Moonstones, I think you know, these are all they're pretty cool looking. They're pretty cool looking. But if you don't get them, you're not really missing out. You're not really missing out on much if you don't get these. Even if you guys decide not to get the new tools, I'll be honest, the regular tools look just fine. Like, these tools look good. At least they're not like bland and boring. If you think it's overpriced, I would just pass on it. I would say it might be worth it more if they had included like a special animation for when you use the tools. Like if the watering can dropped out like green water, you know, if there was like a when you switch tools, if there was green smoke instead of the regular blue and purple smoke. I like the tools. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I'm going to say I do think that, you know, maybe they should have been around the price range of like the companion reskins. Maybe they should have been in the 2,500 price range, just 500 more Moonstones. I don't know. That's my thoughts and feelings on it. Now, if you have a lot of Moonstones and you really like this tool set, then it might be worth it, you know. I mean, I got them so I can show them to people. And I'll definitely be rocking them for now. So I mean, if I'm gonna have them, like, I might as well use them. But yeah, I do wish the price was a little bit cheaper. I can understand why people are really bummed out about that, because that same price will get you a whole extra house. These tool reskins, are they worth the 3,750 Moonstones? Well, I mean, to be honest, if I had exactly 3,750 Moonstones and I had to choose between a brand new house that I could fully customize on the inside and have a brand new like building on my valley, or a simple tool reskin, I'm gonna choose the house. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, it's worth it, or I love the skins, or are you disappointed with how much they cost? Do you think we should have gotten more? Do you think they should have had better animations? What about the fishing rod where it was buggy, where my right heel was sparkling instead of the fishing rod itself? Was Gameloft aware that some of these were maybe not working as intended and they sold them anyway? I mean, you know, do you think it's worth it to get these and the houses? Would you choose in between two? How do you feel about the state of the game with the way the transactions have been going? For me, I definitely understand that Gameloft has, if you beat the game and you watch the credits, there are so many people working on this game and they all need a paycheck. So I understand the need to charge for things. And like I said earlier, as long as they're not doing loot boxes like gambling mechanics, I'm not really too bothered by it personally. Leave your comments down below, and if you want to join my absolutely crazy, fantastic, fun-loving Twitch community, we are live on Twitch Monday through Saturday, soon to be Monday through Friday, though, so I can work a little bit more on YouTube. And you can find the link to my Twitch stream in the video description down below. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck decorating your valley.